roll up.
Let's see.
1 second.
What should I play for our intro?
Give me 1 second. I still don't know if it's up.
You're all good.
Got it.
Playing from Hannah's S20 FE.
Okay, we are up and running on Twitch.
Okay, so I've got our intro music now playing for our
you don't.
Intro. Yeah, I do. Guys, welcome to session. Guys, I'm sorry. I need to turn this off. I'm sorry.
Is it control?
Sorry.
Is it control N to mute?
I don't know. Computer.
Control Shift M.
Thank you.
Okay. We're gonna get started if everybody is ready. It is so nice to see you guys again. Welcome to session 11 of Curse of Strahd. What comes next? We're gonna go ahead and do our player character intros. You're gonna do player name and pronouns because it's been a while. I might not know who you are anymore. Character name and pronouns because I might not know who they are anymore. And our silly question for today is: what TV show would your character binge watch? What are they? If it's like a decently short show, what are they watching in all of one day, or what are they spending like every waking moment watching? What TV show are they really into? I'll get an appropriate background song for this while we do this. Whoever wants to go first, may.
Hello, my name is Hannah. I use all pronouns, and I play Dorian, who uses he, him pronouns. And I think Dorian's favorite TV show is Hannibal, and I think he is a huge Hanagram fan. Like he learns how to draw to be able to draw them kissing. So, he's a huge Hannibal fan. But yeah, that is Dorian.
Hi, I'm Keegan. I use he, they pronouns. I play Zarthia, who uses she, her pronouns. And this is not based off of what I just finished at all, I swear. But Zarthia would binge watch House MD. I don't know, she just seems like the kind of gal.
I am Caster. I use they, he pronouns, and I play Sarah, and she uses she, her pronouns, and she would definitely be either a new girl or good place enjoyer, I think.
Hi. Hey. My name is Augie. I use he, they pronouns. I play Darite, who uses she, her pronouns. I don't know I don't think Darite would be a TV show person, though if she were, I feel like she's got a little soft spot for whimsy. I feel like you would catch her like watching a whole bunch of God. Sorry, you're putting my dog on the floor. I feel like you'd catch her in her room watching like or something, and she's just like try to turn it off like as fast as she can. Oh, Centaur World. But yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
I guess I'll go next. Hi, my name's Maddie. I use she, her pronouns. I play Milo, who uses he, him pronouns. And his favorite series would probably be the Evil series, purely because it requires, like, it has supernatural, but also like law, and I think he'd be a good law student. That's one of the other side prompt ideas. Anyway.
I think Tatum may be experiencing more technical difficulties. But I can do NPCs while we wait. I'm Cadence. She, they. Wait, I have my pin back. Hold on. It's backwards, but it's my she, they thing. And for NPCs, usually we like to hear from Alexi and Strahd on this one. So Alexi, I feel like he's watching Haikyuu. Is that how you pronounce that? Like that anime, the volleyball anime. I've never seen it, but I feel like he would like it. You know?
He's so Hinata to me. No, he's not.
I need to do my research. But yeah, it just gives him to me. Strahd, I don't know. It's so difficult to think about things that he would enjoy. Maybe he'd be one of the guys that watches The Boys but like misses the point.
He watches She-Ra all day. He kins Lord Hordak.
Yeah, he's watching The Boys and not seeing anything wrong with what's going on. He's interpreting it as entirely serious. It's not a satire. It's not a commentary on anything. This is the way the world should be. Wait, who is Oikawa? Who is this? Is that a character from Haikyuu? Tatum's putting in the general chat.
Yes, it is. Yeah, he is kind of. If you,
I need to do my research. I need to do my research before saying things.
It's basically boys kissing boys.
That's about what he'd do.
There's no squinting. That is eyes wide open.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Do we care about Davian? I don't know what the fuck Davian's watching the Nature Channel. No, fuck, he's not. He hates druids. Davian's not watching the Nature Channel. He's on Fox News. Keegan, please help me.
What is the Burgermaster one?
Duck Dynasty.
Dynasty. Yeah, he's on that shit and Fox News. The Burgermaster, Vargas Valakovich, is watching Impractical Jokers all day long. He loves that shit. All will be well. Yeah. All right. Tatum, please take the stage away.
Hello, my name is Tatum. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Jin, who uses he, him pronouns. And Jin 100% watches One Day at a Time. He's a sucker for a good family sitcom.
I feel like Jin's also watching like what's that one called like Open House or Full House. Full House, that's what it's called. I feel like he's watching Full House too.
Full House. Oh, that was answer actually. He watches Full House in One Day at a Time when Aurora's awake, but when he classic parent on or SVU late at night. For absolutely no reason, rather than that's just what parents do.
I like that. He's so dad. Okay.
Cadence, were we supposed to level up?
To 6, but that shouldn't matter too much.
Okay.
Until the second half. We can do that in the break if you want. 6 isn't an ability score increase, right? I don't think so. I think level 4 is an ability score increase. So yeah, I'll have you guys like make checks throughout like this, but first half will be very heavy roleplay based, and things that won't require combat. Although I will say, Augie, please level Darite up to level 6. During this time if you can. For no reason whatsoever. With that, I'm going to get started on our recap. Usually I do intro and then recap. This time I'm going to do a recap first, and it's kind of a long one, and then an intro. So it's going to be a little bit long. Hang in there with me. Let's get started. All right, yay. I'm playing our intro music. La, 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 la. All right. Last time, the party. Oh, There we go. The last time, the party finished up their business in the Wizard of Wine's winery and returned to Vallaki to finish the festival preparations requested by the burgomaster. Having delivered the wine to the Blue Water Inn, there were only 2 quests remaining, securing the church and the Vistani performance. You decided to follow your lead on the location of Saint Andral's bones, finding them in a secret compartment in the coffin maker's home. You returned the bones to Father Lucian at the church, earning his gratitude, and then made your way to the Vistani camp for your final task. Upon arriving in the camp, you heard that one of the Vistani children had gone missing, and a performance could not be done until she was found and safely returned. Sorry, I'm going to turn up the music a little bit because I love this song. New intro song. Until she was found and safely returned. Using a familiar to quickly scan the surrounding area, you found Arabelle at Lake Zarevich in a boat with a man who was rowing out to the center of the water. You arrived at the shore, and using a combination of magic, strategy, and athleticism, you created a bridge of ice across the water, which Zarthia used to rescue the girl from the danger she was in. After bringing Arabelle home, you stayed the night in the Vistani camp, where Jin had a talk with the young girl who is a descendant of Madame Eva and therefore witnessed prophetic visions. He hoped for clarity about his family, but received little. Syra, however, had the revelation that she was in fact related to the Vistani, her grandparents having lived in Barovia a long time ago. The next day, you reported back to the burgomaster, who gave you your ceremonial sashes and sent you away with some details about how the festival would go. In the evening following, Zarthia got some guiding words from Blacketh, and Dorian received a gift from a friend. The day of the festival, there was food, music, dancing, and merriment from the whole town, but as the main event was underway, a woman emerged from the crowd, demanding that the burgomaster cease his foolishness, surrender his crown to her, and allow her to take control of the city via the 100 vampire spawn waiting for her command. She also revealed your old friend Caleb, who was holding a vial of dark liquid. In a moment of decision, Dorian shot the glass out of Caleb's hand and shattered it, but the woman held the liquid to Caleb's mouth, and he began to transform as vampire spawn swarmed the city. I'm sorry, I need to replay the song because it's going to end. I told you it was a long one. Vampire spawn swarmed the city. The party and the citizens of Vallaki were thrust into a terrifying battle where civilians were in danger. So joyous for a sad. Civilians were in danger and chaos raged all around. During the fight, Dorian used his feather to contact Strahd, hoping for help. Darite followed the orders of her creator and attacked him, severing his connection and nearly downing him on the spot. Alexei shot her in the shoulder in response, injuring Zarthia as well. Before anyone could make sense of the moment of adrenaline, though, a cloaked Rudolf van Richten ran to the middle of the battlefield, reached an arm up to the sky, and brought down a bolt of lightning onto the wicker basket sun, ending our session in a flash of white. That's our recap. Before I get into our intro, so that's where we're sitting at. We were just in the battle. Maddie, for your reference, Milo was with the party this whole time. And during the battle, he was using cure wounds on people, but I don't believe that I ever had him get attacked. Maybe down him like 10 hit points or so. Not 210, but take 10 off. Having said that, can I know what everyone's hit points are at right now? Oh, isn't this song so good? This is the Act 2 recap music. We're going Ponyo now.
I'm at 38.
I just boosted my level right now because I leveled up to 6 like you wanted me to. Do you want me to add what I got? Okay, so that'd be I'm at 58 then.
58.
Give me 1 second.
You're all good.
I'm at 3.
Dorian, 3.
And that's because I leveled up. I was at 1.
30 for Zarthia.
I'm gonna be at 40 for my max HP, but I'm at 13 right now.
13. Okay.
Wait, so I have a quick question. So
yes,
Dara attacked Dorian because Dorian got Strahd von Zarovich. Is he here, or did Dorian just send a message?
Yeah, he was contacting Strahd. Eventually, what happened, Dorian asked, like, can you help us? We need help. And Strahd said, I can help you. Do you want me to help you? And Dorian said, I'll be fine. And it was right after that Dara attacked and the connection was severed.
He was not
So how
fine.
does Darite know?
She saw him holding up
Was
the
it like
feather.
a public? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And also her deity or her creator or someone was in her ear, like, he's betraying you. We need to do what must be done. Let's see. So the people I'm mainly concerned about in terms of hit points are Darite, Jin, and Zarthia. Does Milo wear armor?
No, I'd say probably not.
No. Okay. Darite, Jin, and Zarthia. I know we got Darite at 50 something, Zarthia at 30. How many hit points does Jin have? You know?
I'm at 66.
66. Okay. When this bolt, oh yeah?
I was gonna say, and I did level up last time, so we're at a good 66 out of 80, so we're solid.
Yes.
We're gonna be fine.
So every, I'm gonna say Darite, Jin, and Zarthia, when this lightning strike does come down, you all take 20 points of lightning damage because of your armor. The metal armor. People who don't have much metal on them will be fine. Yeah. We're gonna get started with the.
I told you bitches that I didn't need armor.
Hold on. 20? 20. Okay, yep. Got you.
Okay.
I'll kill Dorian again.
No, but
it paid off.
Here's our intro. I may have to turn Davian up. This is a very quiet track. Here we go. Can everyone hear Davian? A little. You might have to turn him up, but it's a very quiet track. There we go. Better? A deafening crack. A flash of white. Heat in the air that spikes for a moment, then gradually decreases while the ground rumbles from the impact of the bolt. The screeching of vampire spawn rises from around the city, followed by the sound of running footsteps as one by one they begin to flee to the borders of the city, leaving destruction in their wake. The man in the cloak collapses on the podium. All around you, the devastation of the attack is just beginning to come into focus, your ears still ringing from the deafening bolt. Something terrible has happened. What do you do? I'm going to have you guys roll for what order you guys are getting up from. All of you have been knocked to the ground from the impact of this bolt. And Dorian, I know you were already down. This is the order that we're going to see you guys' reactions to what has just happened. You could put that in the initiative and just have it be a straight roll.
Am I effectively unconscious?
Or actually, if Dorian's unconscious, you can still add to the list, and Dorian will have something to play.
Okay.
We'll go from highest to lowest. Damn.
Maddie, I think we need to roll off. We got the same.
Yes. Or you guys can wake up at the same time. Not necessarily wake up, but sort of there's just been this explosion. Everyone is knocked to the ground. And as the rubble is sort of settling, its people are like getting their bearings again. And we are going to start with Jin. Jin, you are knocked to the ground by this bolt of lightning. And very slowly, you wake up and you start to see that the vampire spawn that you were fighting are fleeing the city. They are leaving. they're no longer a threat, but that doesn't mean the danger is over. What do you want to do in this moment?
We all saw Dorian go down, right?
I believe so. He was on the podium, I think, or near the podium.
Okay. I was gonna say, my first thought was when that 21 pulled out, I was like, man, motherfucker just went into full dad mode. He's probably, I don't think anyone else is like, was fully downed like that before then, correct? There was nobody else?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he gets up and he makes a straight bolt to Dorian, and unfortunately, I remember the panic from last session, and by the looks of it, I am fully out of spell slots. So he's gonna immediately like panic and try and feel for a pulse and like check for breathing.
You do feel a pulse. He is losing blood fast.
Okay. Okay, he only has his axe on. No, he has his thing in his fucking arm. So he like activates the little arm shape, and he's going to. Okay, we have two options here, and I like one of them more than the other because the other one's just going to traumatize Dorian. Hannah, give me your opinion. I'm out of spells, but I could quickly ask for the next person in the initiative. Who's that? Alexi? Does Alexi have any fire spells to cauterize the wound?
Oh my god! Fuck!
No magic.
Okay.
If Syra has a spell slot who is going last, she may be able to.
I mean,
but Alexi has
that
nothing.
A cantrip, though?
What is it?
Don't you have a fire cantrip?
As a tiefling, perhaps?
We only have... Yeah.
Also, as you run up onto this podium, Dorian was maybe around... Oh, I have to replay the Dorian is maybe around 20 feet away from where the bolt of lightning hit, and the sort of platform, which was wooden, is on fire.
Okay. So we have two options here then, because I was supposed if we're saying that the level up happened exactly in the moment of that lightning strike, and like this is a moment of determination, he suddenly has a new spell slot because he leveled up, then I can cure wounds. Or he's gonna stick that blade into the fire and he's gonna cauterize the wound. What do you want? What do you want more?
Fuck!
I'd ask him.
Okay.
Fuck! I don't know! I'm gonna roll a dice. If it's even, we'll do cure wounds. If it's odd, we'll cauterize it.
Okay.
It's a 10. Cure wounds.
Okay, so he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on the spell. That is gonna be a 1d8 plus my spell casting ability.
Go ahead.
Please roll high. Oh, he maxed out. This is... I love a panicked father doing their best. So that is going to be... What's my spell casting modifier? Tatum, please remember.
I would also like to note...
That should be my charisma plus my proficiency. As
per Caster has lovingly told us about what happens when the lung is also hit, he's also like spitting up blood as well, which is nice, which is so fun.
Okay, so he's gonna cast Cure Wound, and that should do 12 healing.
Billions!
And then
Dorian,
he's gonna immediately roll Dorian onto his side so that he doesn't choke on his own blood, and starts to there's a subconsciously, without even realizing it, he's kind of rubbing his back to try and comfort him, when a child's done throwing up. As he's as his brain's now gone from "you're healed, look around for enemies."
Jin, you get a strong sense of deja vu as you do this for Dorian. No specific image comes with it, but you know that you've done this before for someone. You can't quite remember what, though. You're looking around for enemies.
Yes.
Make me a very quick perception. Low DC.
That is just an 11. He's
11?
a little scatterbrained.
Yeah. You are able to see, with an 11, you're able to see that all vampire spawn that you were fighting and that were still up are fleeing the city. The sounds of them are getting further and further away. You no longer see any active vampire spawn.
I was gonna say, I could start dialogue interaction, or do you want me to just move on to the initiative?
It is my turn next.
Okay.
Alexi rolled
Well,
just
after.
above Dorian.
After.
Yeah. So yeah, Alexi probably will run up to Dorian and Jin. He's gonna ask you, Jin, is he okay?
He's gonna live.
You're sure?
I promise.
Okay. And he's going to kneel by Dorian, and he's gonna say, I can watch him if you want to do anything else.
Can I add to this?
Yeah.
This is perfect outline of in the initiative. Jin, you said that you had Dorian like kind of like sitting up, like kind of rubbing his back.
Not like sitting up, but like more so rolled him on his side so that I can sit him up if you want.
No, this is fine. I'm just sad about him. I think he like kind of like Jin, are you like about to like leave to go do something?
Probably to go check on Darite next.
I think he kind of reaches to you. And he's like, Jin, I'm scared.
It'll be alright. I'll just keep on breathing, focus on breathing. And Jin goes from like slightly moving forward to he's fully sat now. He's not letting another kid die in front of him.
Alexi stays close by. With that, we'll move on to Dorian. You have just gotten healed by Jin. Obviously, you're talking to him. You feel yourself sort of drifting in and out of consciousness. Even though that you have been physically healed, you're still very decently hazy. Because Jin healed you, I will not have you make a death save. And you hear some words as you are fading in and out of consciousness. You betray us. I knew you were a mole, boarding with the enemy. The one you said we're all here to destroy. I knew I shouldn't have let you get too close. Echoing slowly in your mind. What makes you think he would help? He's not good. He never was, and he never will be. I told you not to take a wrong step. I told you that if you were to do something as foolish as this, I would have to intervene. And here I am.
That's Darite.
You're hearing these words sort of on repeat, bits and pieces. Told you not to. You're all here to destroy. I didn't want to do this. Bits and pieces, in and out, in Darite's voice.
How bad am I tweaking because of the thing being on fire?
Make me a quick wisdom save.
Oh shit. They should carry him away. Fuck.
The fire is about 20 feet away, but the pavement below it is stone, so it's centralized to the wood. As more people get up, I will describe a little bit more of the environment. So now sort of coming into the focus is the fact that there are other buildings around the square that have damage. There's rubble around them, and small bits of them may be on fire.
Did you say Constitution?
Whiz.
Whiz? Okay.
Off to see the whiz.
Okay. That was a 13.
The fire is making things worse. You can hear Darite's voice. She sounds even a little angrier than she was, which is a little difficult, but her voice is getting angrier and angrier at you in your mind. Do you do anything else while you're there with Dorian and Leigh?
How close is Alexei to me?
He's kneeling by you.
Oh. I think he also tries to like reach for Alexei too.
Alexei takes his hand and just holds it there. He doesn't have any words yet. We will get back to everyone. Zarthia and Milo. You both are in the battlefield. Milo, you were a little closer to the center of the field, healing people. And Zarthia, you were out in the fray where there were a lot of civilians. You were taking down a lot of vampire spawns, specifically the ones that were attacking Arabelle, the Bistani child that you guys saved. And I think just before the lightning strike, you were helping a few vampire spawn that were attacking Father Lucian, the priest of the church. I'd say as you two get up, another detail that starts to come into view is that there are people laying on the ground all around the square. Some of them are breathing, some of them are not. It's difficult to tell who was alive and who isn't, but if anyone at any point chooses to investigate, I will let you know who they are. But that's another detail that's coming into focus as you two sort of start to wake up hearing this ringing in your ears. What do you do?
So, I imagine Milo gets up slightly before Zarthia does, just ever so slightly. His eyes kind of like flutter open, and he starts coughing from the rubble that's in his lungs. He kind of gets up, and as he does so, he winces at some of the pain from the rubble around him, and he looks around. And it's almost as if seeing a flashback. And his eyes kind of glaze over, and then as it does, he's scanning the area around him, and he sees Zarthia on the ground, blood pooling in between her arm, and his immediate reaction is just to get up and sprint. He gets up and he sprints right after her. He doesn't care about anything else, his eyes still glassed over, as if used to the feelings of war. And as he does so, he sees her begin to get up.
Yeah, she's a tad slower than Milo to get up. But as she does, like, for a split second, she's like asking herself what just happened, and then pain in her arm, and she remembers. She remembers seeing Darite and Dorian. She remembers hearing the sound of Alexei's gun, and then the pain of getting getting electrocuted pretty much by the lightning. So sorry, I'm gonna quickly check how many spell slots I have left.
Yeah, I'd say you feel the bullet hole in your right shoulder. There is no bullet in it, but you feel it just as deeply as Darite would. There's just nothing to remove out of there. Alexei did roll a crit on her, so it was like it's pretty deep in your arm.
Yeah. Okay. So is like Milo at her side right now?
Yes. I imagine that I don't know if this will work out in canon depending on how this goes. I imagine that he'd pick her up by the waist and like carry her, like he'd do the arm wrapped around the waist to hold her up as they're walking to the rest of the group. That's just a little side thing that I wanted to add. He's like kind of sitting over her, his hands are immediately starts like ripping into pieces of cloth on his coat and uses it to bandage the wound as best as he can. He's used to seeing violence and war, but this is something that he's not used to, is seeing somebody who he deeply cares for in such a state. So his immediate reaction is just, I have to do something.
I'm unfortunate.
I feel like the only words... Huh?
I'm out of spell slots. So,
Okay, hold on.
I got a lot.
Is Mila out of spell slots?
I think. How many first level spell slots do you have?
I think it was like 4.
Okay, I think I had Milo cast Cure Wounds 3 times, and that was about it. So Milo should have 1 first level spell slot, and then however many second level or third levels you may have, you have those.
Okay.
I have one more question. How low is Zarthia?
I'm at 10 hit points right now.
Okay, so he's gonna definitely
Zarthia also has a lot more like scratches and stuff on her from having been like in very deep in the fray, fighting melee with the spawn.
Yeah.
He moves his hands kind of like slightly above her chest and begins to cast a healing spell while just like whispering shit over and over and over again. And that's all he can see. He can only see her on the ground. He doesn't care about anything else. Doesn't care about the rubble around him.
Fuck, I hate these two.
He's just staring at her face.
She's gonna like put like her hands are shaking really badly right now, but she's gonna still like put her hand on his arm and go, Milo, I'm okay.
He starts like shaking. He doesn't realize that he's like his hands are shaking as he's doing it. And when she grabs his arm, it kind of steadies out. I feel like she can feel the trembling underneath him. And he begins to like lift her head up so she doesn't like cough out or like none of the blood gets in her lungs or anything like that. And he's just kind of holding her like nervously, as if she's like this precious object made of glass. It could only break in an instant.
Can I look around and see like I want to like specifically look for how the party is doing at the moment? Or like any civilians that are like extremely wounded.
Also, will I get a chance to talk to Alexi more?
Yes, everyone will get a chance. This is just our first, like, you're just getting up. What are you doing? Our whole beginning of the session will be very role-playing. Like, there will be a lot of time to talk to.
I know, but I meant like in this moment, like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is this perception or
Quickly,
investigation?
Make me a perception, Zarthia, and then Maddie, what's up?
How many points so I heal Zarthia, correct?
Yeah, I think
By, like, how much
Jin casted Cure Wounds. Was it 1d8, Jin? Was that what Cure Wounds is at level, however high we are?
It was a level casted at level 1. That's a 1d8 plus your spell modification.
Okay. 1d8 plus your spell modifier.
Well, this wasn't very helpful.
16 for perception.
16. Looking around, I say you're able to see the people actually closest around you. There's Milo. You can tell that Milo is injured, but obviously still able to function. Looking around, you did see Dorian get hit by Darite. So you see Dorian on the ground. You are now seeing Jin holding Dorian with Alexi making his way over there. Darite is nearby, still knocked out, hasn't gotten up yet. And Syra is also closer to where Milo was in the center of the battlefield, not gotten up yet. In terms of people around you, you were recently protecting Father Lucian. You see him also starting to get up and rub his head. Is there any other NPC in specific that you would be looking for?
No.
There are a lot of people laying on the ground around you. It's hard to tell who's breathing and who isn't.
Okay. Well, I guess to like, you know, so we can move on. Zara's gonna like slowly sit up and like use her sword to help her stand, and then she's gonna start going towards Dorian to try and like, at least she wants to help. She just wants to help.
Before she can even use like half of her strength to push herself up, she feels like a strong grip grab her under her arms and lift her up, and they begin to walk towards Dorian.
No.
Thank you.
They're right.
He just kind of nods.
Yeah. When you wake up, there is intense pain in your arm. As Dara wakes up, the detail I'll reveal to you is that it's still slightly raining. It was more storming earlier, but since this lightning bolt, it's turned into sort of a low pitter patter. But it is still raining. Darite, you wake up, and your vision is still a little bit hazy. And what you are hearing as you sort of start to open your eyes and the ringing in your ears go down, you're hearing was trying to help, and then
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
Monster. A small, weak voice saying, "I was trying to help." And you also hear, "You're a monster." And you're sort of waking up. I'd say you're around, maybe around only 10 feet away from where people are starting to crowd around Dorian. What do you do?
For like a minute, for like a couple seconds, she's like a little confused. She doesn't know why there's a crowd of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then she notices. Can I say that she notices a certain individual lying on the floor?
Can I also add that I think Dorian is weeping at this point?
No.
Yes.
Oh. Derek probably hears that. She recognizes Dorian most likely, and she's kind of frozen in place. The only thing running in her brain, and she says this quietly to herself, sort of asking somebody, also scrutinizing herself, what have I done? She tries to stand up. She's going to try and go to Dorian. She leaves her axe on the ground. That of which is coated in somebody's blood. Don't know whose.
Yes.
I
will. I'll say we'll have that play out. Maybe last.
Cadence.
What happens when Derek gets close? I think that will. I'll have Syra wake up first, and then we'll get back to that.
Hey, Cadence. Your audio keeps getting a little muffled.
Better now?
Oh, much better.
Okay, excellent. I'd say we'll have. I think that there's something that's going to happen when Darite gets close. But I want to let Syra have a moment to wake up and then just let things settle for a little bit, and then that will happen. Do you think there's anything Darite does before walking over to Dorian? I need to play the music again.
She probably just like quietly like calls his name for like a minute, for a second there. She's like, Dorian, what have I done?
Your voice sounds strained, as if you'd recently been screaming. Syra, you wake up closer to the middle of the battlefield, maybe around 20 to 30 feet away from where Dorian is laying. Is there any other detail that I had written? It's the final detail. So there's people laying on the ground. Some of the buildings have damage or fires in them. It's still raining. And then, you do notice that the air is sort of thick. You still feel the static electricity in your hair. But the air is thick now with ash and dust from the surrounding buildings and smoke as well. What do you do?
She like gets up and she's blinking like the smoke and trying to like reorient herself, I guess. The last thing she remembers is seeing what Darite did. And so she looks up to see Darite running to Dorian and follows suit.
All right.
Don't forget me.
Dorian, real quick, is there anything that you would like to say to anyone for their time to see you? Right now, I'd say around you, Milo and Jin, or Jin is there, Alexi is there, Milo and Zarthia are sort of arriving, and there's a moment before Jared arrives. Would you like to say anything to anyone?
I think he's specifically looking at Alexi, and he's like, he even tries to get himself a little closer, I think, like as close as he can. Sorry, I got sad. Just as close as he can, and I think he's like, remember what I told you about dying? I don't want to die, Alexi. I don't want to die.
No. Jin healed you. You're not gonna die. He's got you. Breathe.
And I think he
try.
I think he does. He lays there, and I think he just starts to like sob because he's terrified. I think he catches like sight of the flames in the background, and he just can't help it. He's terrified. He's scared.
Darite approaches, and as she does, Alexi turns, and when he sees you approaching, he points his gun at you. You're muted.
He's like, oh.
Don't take one step closer.
Is he okay?
No, back up.
And she does. She backs up.
Syra, I'd say at this point, you are now approaching as well. You are coming upon this.
Alexi, where is she?
She's not going to hurt you again. He looks to Darite, says, "Go. Get out of here. Now.
Alexi, calm down.
She takes a couple more steps back. Like, remorse is turning into like a fear on her face that I don't think she's ever expressed before.
Like says, I don't want to see you again. Get out. Go somewhere I can't see you, or I'm going to pull the trigger."
She okay. I'm not gonna hurt him. She turns. She's slowly backing away. She picks up her axe on the ground and she continues to try and head towards the woods.
Alexi puts his gun back in his holster, but has an eye on you while you move. What is everyone doing at this point?
I think Dorian is starting to like feel like his eyes pull close.
Everyone is very physically exhausted. Zarthia, Milo, Thyra, Jin.
Thyra is staring in between the two, but after one cursory glance at Dorian to check that he's alive and he's breathing, she goes after Darite.
Stay away from me. Get back.
No. Are you?
Speak louder.
Sorry. Okay, let's shift towards the camera a little bit, okay? I don't want to hurt you. You need to have more self-preservation than this, Syra. Syra, go back with the others. See if Dorian's okay for me, okay? Go. Syra, go.
Come back to camp tonight.
I'm not gonna promise anything I can't keep. She turns around and heads. Hey, out of character. This might be a little meta, but is it? Can she go into the woods? Are we gonna be fine with that? Is that gonna disrupt anything at all? Like her just running away?
You can definitely walk to a different part of town, or you can go fully all the way into the woods if you want. It's up to where you think Derite would go. As you walk through the battlefield again, I will, against your will, describe more things to you about the environment.
Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna.
Yeah, if she wants to go into the woods, she can.
She's gonna skedaddle to the woods. Okay.
As you're walking through the battlefield, make me a perception check.
My Yuri.
That's your doom theory to you, buddy.
Syra also making a perception as you are following Derite, kind
Shit,
of around the battlefield as well.
Oh, you said perception?
Yeah, both of you.
Okay. 19.
19 and
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You guys are very perceptive.
They're scared out of their wits.
In that case, I will have you guys pick a number between 1 and 10 based off of how many people you think they are looking at on the ground. Would you guys, 10 being they'd be really looking. I'm gonna have you guys choose to be able to, like, your brain is like blocking this stuff out for you, or that's 1, or like you see all of it. 10.
Okay.
I think Syra, probably against her will, probably be like a 6 or a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Darite's probably gonna be leaning a little. She can probably see shit, but she's probably not seeing much. Probably maybe a 4.
Okay. So then, Darite, as you are walking, you see some people getting up from the rubble. Both of you see this, and then I'll move on to what only Cyrus sees. Darite, you see Yeska, the kid from the church, the younger kid, starting to get up and looking around. He spots Father Lucian, who is also getting up, and you watch Yeska, the little boy, start to look around, and his gaze falls on Milivaj, the older boy, and he's not moving. And you see Yeska run over to Milivaj and start to take him, and nothing happens. Darite, you also see the body of Lady Voctor, who I think it was either you or Zarthia chased her down and killed her. So her body is laying on the ground. I don't remember which one of you specifically killed her, but I think it was Darite. Darite, one final thing you see is the coffin maker from earlier lying on the ground. He is also not moving. Hold on, let me get the music again, then I'll tell you what Cyrus sees with a nat 20 and decently willing to see things. Syra, as you are walking, you see Donica, the barmaid, also getting up and looking around for her family. You see her find one of her sons who sits up. You see her find her other son who has trouble sitting up but is alive. And you see her looking around for her husband, and you don't see her find anything. You see Caleb is laying on the ground, not moving. You can't tell if he is dead or not. and just next to him, you see the Burgomaster, Vargas Valakovich, also unconscious and bleeding heavily. Let's see. Yeah, those are some of the people and NPCs that are slowly moving around. There starts to become a little bit of commotion. The people that are getting up again are starting to realize that the Burgomaster is heavily wounded and unconscious.
Damn it.
And people start to gather around
It does
him.
this.
Yeah, that's what you guys see. That's not everybody. Yeah.
Okay, you guys just came back. Sorry, you were frozen.
Frozen. Oh yeah, no good. I was saying. So yeah, that's what you, Syra, see, and then Dara, you saw like the first portion of it. Syra, you are the one noticing Caleb's body and the Burgomaster's body on the body, as in like their form. They're not necessarily dead, but on the way to being there. Dara, you continue walking past Syra. Do you let her go?
Yeah.
Dara, you continue walking and make your way outside the city's wall. You can still smell the smoke. What would everyone like to do at this moment? I'd say, Dorian, you're probably on your way to being unconscious due to exhaustion and blood loss. It has stopped, but you're probably not far from being unconscious. What is everyone else doing in this moment? You're sort of starting. You have now a bit more of an awareness of how the party and some of the NPCs are faring.
So as like Milo and Zar are getting over here, Zar's gonna like look between Alexei, Jin, and Dorian and just, is he alright? Is he alive?
He's alive.
Thanks, Lacus.
He'll be alright.
I was trying.
I feel like as Milo kind of gazes upon Dorian's body, he starts to like ever so slightly hyperventilate. It's like he has a strange feeling in his body where he's not used to feeling emotions for other people, and so he's worried for Dorian, but he doesn't know that he's worried for Dorian, but he's also mid-panic attack because he's so used to not being in the fray. It was like one of his things is that he's a tactician and not a fighter. And so seeing this brings back traumatizing memories. His eyes just keep flashing back and forth between every body he's seen and then Dorian.
I was trying to help.
And how most of them didn't make it back alive.
Milo, do you have any more healing spells?
He shakes his head kind of like this, ever so slightly. No, I don't.
Then get off the burning platform, take Zarthia, go find one of the buildings that are still up and take shelter there. We'll meet you over in a second.
He's kind of taken aback by Jin's forceful attitude, but he nods, and then he starts walking with Zarthia as quickly as he can with the injured woman still in his arms.
Alexei, can you keep pressure on Dorian's chest, and you take the arms, I'll take the legs, and we'll take Dorian over to the building too. We need to check, and then I'll keep you on Dorian, and now go check the wreckage and see who else is alive.
I don't want to leave him, but there are people that need help.
You don't leave him. Somebody needs to keep him alive. I have battle medical experience. I can go check on them.
Okay, yeah, let's take him. You guys won't need to make strength checks. I want to get the music back in the bot chat. As you guys are looking around for buildings to stay in, Zarthia or Milo, Zarthia, and Jin make me quick investigation checks on some of the buildings. You guys will. I'll tell you what's the status of the buildings that you're seeing in Milwaukee right now.
local man experiences empathy. Should we alert the press? Should we invite Bella Hadid? Caster said it, not me.
I got an 8.
Go look at
It's in the
Should we
information.
should we invite Bella Hadid?
Oh my god.
Local man
8 for
experiences
Zarthia,
empathy.
what for Jin, 5 for Jin, and Milo.
15.
Okay,
He's
I heard a
looked
teen in there. That's higher than anyone else. Milo, you all see sort of destruction and damage all around. Jin, you see, not Jin, Milo, your eyes go to the church because of your affiliation with the Morning Lord, and you see it unharmed. Standing almost like strangely pristine in the middle of all the destruction. The church stands unharmed. Milo, you also see, looking around, the burgomaster's mansion that is a whiles away appears to be damaged but not destroyed. There are maybe like some holes that would have been torn apart by vampire spawn, but it is not collapsed in on itself. All 3 of you would see sort of nearby. I think the toy shop is nearby. The toy shop is damaged as well, but not destroyed. The town square is just about fully destroyed. Lampposts and things have been pulled down. The podium in the center is burning. Most of the destruction is centralized at the town square. And I'd say, Zarthia, Zarthia and Milo, you can see the Blue Water Inn a while away, and it seems to be severely damaged, but it hasn't quite collapsed yet. That's your lay of the
Milo,
land.
what do you see?
I think we should go towards the church.
Okay.
He doesn't say this. Oh, sorry.
No, she's just kind of like, okay, yeah, you. Yeah.
He doesn't say this, but he sees the state of the church and is slightly suspicious by it, but he doesn't have enough time to really process anything. He's just so worried about everybody else that he immediately just heads for it as the safest place.
Mm-hmm. I'd say Jin and Alexi with Dorian are able to follow. Syra, are you following with to the church or going somewhere? Oh, I'd say as you are getting up, you see Father Lucian also spots the church, and he sort of gathers Yeska by him, and he picks up Miljevaj and starts walking towards the church as well. Seemingly lost for words, but he's trying to comfort Yeska as he walks by. The little boy Yeska is crying. You guys, everyone make it to the church. Syra, are you going with them on the crusade to the church, which is like one of the only like unharmed buildings around?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. You're sort of maybe like following behind. Father Lucian, before he leaves, he kind of tells some other people to grab people that they can see and take them to the church. So some people you see standing up is Blinsky from the toy shop stands up, and he picks up the coffin maker and brings him. You see Dorian, if you're still conscious anymore. You guys would remember there were 2 wolf hunters, Soldar and Yavenji. Soldar, I think, was the one that was not bald. You see him getting up and picking up the other wolf hunter and bringing him. You see Donica Mardikov, the barmaid, find her husband and pick him up. And her and her 2 children go to the church. And then other citizens are picking up the burgomaster and his wife, both of whom appear to be unconscious, and taking both of them to the church as well. So there are still a few people out there a few people out on the ground, and if you guys go back, I'll tell you who they are. But a good amount of the citizens are joining you as you make your way to the church. Sorry, I'm playing the music again. You guys make it there. The building is, as it appears, unharmed, and I won't have you guys roll history. You guys just returned the St. Andrew's bones to the church after they had been stolen, and anyone conscious walking here can get a sense that the fact that those bones were there were able to protect it from the attack. All of you walk in. Father Lucian opens the doors and starts ushering everyone in, and people lay down their loved ones down on pews or on the floor, anywhere there is space. So everyone except for Darite is now here in the same place. So you guys can do whatever you want now, talk to anybody, anything.
How do you think that I've been positioned in this? In like, am I on a pew? Like, I have really no like.
I'd say Alexi and Jin would probably have made sure that you weren't on the floor, probably on one of the pews in the steeple.
Okay.
That steeple, is that what it's called? One of the pews in the room, the church room.
Would you say that at this point I'm pretty much out of here? Okay.
Pretty close to it, unless there is something keeping Dorian up, and you like feel like he would be kept up by something. But the exhaustion and blood loss is probably getting to you.
I think the smell of ash. I think it's just keeping him like nervous.
You're hearing a man's scream. It goes somewhere far back in your mind. At least this time, it wasn't your fault. Everyone else is awake in the church.
Jin is going to, once he feels that Dorian is secure and like he shows, he probably does go with what his initial thought was before I was like, okay, I do have a spell slot since we leveled up. He's going to like take the knife that he has in his arm, because I'm pretty sure he lost all of his axes in the fight because he started chucking them at people. I know.
Yeah, he does have his arm blade.
Yeah, so he's probably going to cut it off. Like, Dorian's shirt is already a fucking mess. It's okay if he shreds it up a little more. He's probably gonna like remove the shirt and show Alexi how to turn it into a proper bandage, and show him how to apply pressure to it just to make sure that it stays there secure. And there's gonna be enough leftover cloth that when he shows how to put it on, that's important so that Alexi can change his wounds later, or a little scene for the two of you. And then is going to take off, do like a quick little check-in with Milo and Zar, and I'm going to assume that they're going to be fine. And then take off to go find more people.
Absolutely. Yeah, Alexi learns everything from you as best as he can. I had him roll a quick medicine for how much he understands. He got 14, so decently all right, he learns. Is everything good with Zarthia and Milo when Jin checks in with you? We'll get to Dorian in a moment.
I think Hannah has something to say really
No,
quickly.
it's not even about Dorian. It's not, well, I mean, it kind of is. It's about cure wounds and how I think it works. Because I've thought about how magic works. I think cure wounds is kind of like a blanket, almost. Like, it provides, like, the skin, like, the extra stuff it needs to be able to repair itself, like, from minorly. But the actual body needs time to heal. So the cure wounds gives your body the boost of blood and like scabbing that it needs, but the actual body has to do the rest of the work, and that's why reapply of cure wounds has to keep working.
I like that. Maddie, what were you going to say?
I feel like I'm gonna say this is Milo. I'm not good at role playing, so I'm sorry. For not. I don't know how to speak anymore, guys. I'm gonna tweak out. Sorry. He starts saying to Zar, "Hey, do you mind if I go with Jin? I know quite a bit about medicine as a cleric. I should be able to help.
You should go.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'll be fine, I promise. I just need a little bit of rest, and as much as I would like to help at the moment, I'm not much use.
He kind of takes her hands together and holds them in front of him like this, a very rare, affectionate gesture. And he takes her hands and then he slowly kisses the back of her hand before walking away. Then he follows after Jin.
So,
Everybody's glitching out for me, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Jin and Milo are going back out into the town. Is anyone else going with? I know Dorian and Alexia are staying. Dorothea is staying. Syra, are you staying in the church or going with?
She's gonna stay in the church for a little bit.
Okay. So Jin and Milo, you two walk back into the town. Are you going back to sort of the town square where everything happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make me do an investigation check as you get there.
He's not good at looking today. That's a 10.
Okay.
I got 22.
22. Jin, you see that there are a few townspeople struggling with how to get the burgomaster, how to move him without making his injuries worse. You see that on the ground. You see, you recognize one of the Vistani men that you spoke to. So there was Luvat, Arabelle's father, and then his brother, Aragal, who was, I think, the one who, I think the one that you guys first talked to when you got to the Vistani camp, and Luvat was the one like punching the other Vistani. But his brother, Aragal, you see him lying on the ground. Milo, you see Rudolph Van Richten is collapsed near the podium, and Caleb is laying on the ground not too far away from where people are crowding around the burgomaster.
Milo, you should help the people, the group that's trying to get the burgomaster. He's gonna need to be here to put stuff together once we get everybody back in place. I'll take care of it, Arabelle's father, and then we can come back for the others.
Got it. I imagine they kind of walk like in the opposite directions of each other.
Yeah, Milo, there are a few citizens you don't recognize sort of panicking over what to do with the burgomaster. As you step forward, you see that he is very heavily wounded and very much bleeding. All of his wounds are not made from weapons, but from scratches and hands, mostly at his stomach and chest. What do you do?
He begins to rip small pieces of fabric, and I imagine that he has some type of like just general medical equipment with him as he's a cleric. So I imagine he has like little creams and stuff that he's working with using. And as he's looking around, he like looks around. He sees, is anybody else injured?
Quick, maybe a medicine check on the burgomaster. Burga.
What do I roll for that? Do I just roll a d20?
Yeah, just medicine.
Okay.
I'm looking around for other people. I'd say right near you, the main person you see right near you is Caleb.
That would be a 15.
15, yeah. You're able to do a good enough job so that the people feel confident lifting him up without like killing him in the process. So they lift him up. There are maybe like 5 people on him. And they start very slowly making their way to the church. Before you do anything else, Jin, you said, what were you doing?
He's going over to Arabelle's father.
Her uncle, yeah.
Uncle, okay.
Yeah, her father picked her up and ran away as soon as Zarthia saved Arabelle. You go up to him, make me a medicine check.
Nat 20.
You don't see that he is breathing, or if you check for a pulse, he does not have a heartbeat.
And that 20 was useless now.
Sorry.
Holy shit. And I'm out of
He's dead.
spell slots. I can't bring him back. Holy shit.
There are other people around.
You want to know who you can bring him to?
Okay, he's probably not thinking about that right now. Dorian is
Yeah.
passed the fuck out, is he not?
I don't know.
Also, can
DM,
you
am I?
Dorian is passed out.
Okay.
I have a statement. I also have the Spare the Dying amulet that I can use once per day.
Yeah.
Brings him back.
Just a little bit of meta knowledge that I want you guys to have. I currently have 12 NPCs that are unconscious. Some of them are dead, some of them are not. So I have been like naming names of people that are unconscious, but they may or may not be dead. So
Question regarding that.
you have to think about who you wanna.
The ones. So, would that insinuate that we need to keep at least one of the NPCs alive?
It's really up to you guys who you want to save, who you have the resources to save.
Oh, I was gonna say, Jin is since he feels no pulse, it's sad, but this is sometimes what happens in war and battles. He immediately gets up, he turns around, and he goes to the next body.
Okay. Milo, by the way, you were able to discern the Burgomaster is at this point alive. So he is not dead. You see, Jin, you see there are a few people crowded around the Burgomaster's wife, Lydia Valakovich, who was in a very long, pretty red and gold dress for the festival. There are a few people around her that don't seem to know what to do either.
I go up to her. Do you medicine check?
Yes, please.
That is a 7, unfortunately. Fuck.
You can't feel a heartbeat, but you're also not sure if it's just faint or you're feeling in the wrong place, but you can't feel one if you check, and you don't notice breathing.
Okay. He probably turns to them. I can't tell, but what you should do for now is pick her up, take her to the church, and anyone else that you can find, tell them to go to the church. That is where we will be safe.
They look a little afraid of you, but they nod and they pick her up. Milo, the people have just started taking the Burgomaster away. Caleb is nearby. There are also other bodies with you.
I feel like. So, from a quick recap standpoint, because I kind of forgot, Caleb's the guy who kidnapped us, right?
Oh yeah, he is. He's the cultist who kidnapped you.
No, he's good.
And yeah, basically he was revealed. There was the festival. There was the main event of the festival, and this woman, this older woman, stepped forward and was like telling the Burgomaster, like, "You're foolish. Like, the people have suffered your stupidity long enough, and it's time for you to hand over the rule to me." And she's like, "And like your featured guests aren't the shining citizens I think that you think they are. I think they have an apology to make to a friend of mine." And she revealed Caleb, who was holding this vial and like looking at the ground. Dorian shot the vial out of his hand because he rolled an Arcana on it and sensed that it was bad Arcana. And it shattered in Caleb's hand, but the lady forced his hand to his mouth, and then he sort of had this a bit of a transformation.
We can
started
fix
attacking the
him.
Burgomaster.
We can fix him. Please, I did so much to save him. We can fix him.
Fine. Begrudgingly, he kind of goes towards.
Spare the dying.
Huh?
Spare the dying. My amulet, spare the dying. I want to spare him. I want to spare him.
You stayed in the church.
Okay. So he sees Caleb there. How much of a piece of shit does Milo want to be right now?
How much?
Because I just imagine him like dragging him back to the church.
Yeah. Caleb actually does not appear to be injured at all. He is injured, but he doesn't appear to be like dying injured, but you also don't see any signs of breathing or heartbeat, because I don't know if undead do that. But he doesn't appear to be bleeding too heavily or anything. I'd say his maybe his eyes are moving under his eyelids, and he twitches every once in a while.
So he's kind of like grabbing him by the leg, just dragging him. He doesn't like this guy, but he's like, okay, he's obviously important. So
when you bring him into the church, or if you try to, you should restrain him while he's still down, just in case he goes crazy.
I think I actually have a spell for that, but unfortunately, I don't know if I have it. I don't think I have any spell slot. Oh no, I probably do because I have hold person. Would that work? And that's a level 2.
There's probably just
Did you say you were out of spell slots?
Yeah, you are.
Huh?
You're out of spell
He's got
slots.
level 2.
I thought I was only out of.
But no level 1.
Oh, out of level 1s, yeah.
Yeah.
You're out of level 1
hold
spell
person's a
slots.
level 2.
Wait, you can cast
so if I just
Cure
use
Wounds on a higher level though too.
Yeah.
We have rope. Let's just tie him up. You can use Cure Wounds at a higher level.
I have rope.
My question though is, will rope work better than hold person if he decides to go nutso? Will it work equally, or is there a chance he can get out of the rope?
I just say tie
it. Unless you tie the knot really shitty, it should be able to hold him unless he suddenly has super strength. But even with that, I don't think a vampire spawn, if he does become a vampire spawn, can just rip through it with pure strength.
Just tie a really good knot.
He knows how to tie good knots.
Just tie.
And don't just tie his hands to it. Tie his entire upper body to a beam.
To like a tree or some shit.
It's a lot harder to break out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I before I even step into the church, I'm like, this motherfucker's getting tied up right now, and then I drag him once again by the feet. I don't care. He's like,
where do you take him?
Tie him to like a tree or something, or like a beam.
A tree. I'll tie him to I imagine that the church has those columns, so I'll just tie him to a column at the front.
No.
Yes.
In case he's turning into a vampire spawn, we don't know. There's trees outside in the cemetery. You can tie him out there for now, and once he wakes up, we can make sure that he's safe to bring towards civilians.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point. I feel like I just imagine Milo's hearing Jin's thought process in his head, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. As you get a little bit you get a little bit closer to the church, and he starts shaking as he's still unconscious, but his muscles start to tense, and he writhes a little bit if you get anywhere near the church.
Oh, because it's protected.
I feel like I have a visual of Milo dragging him up the steps, and his face is just on the ground, and it's just going bum 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 every time he hits the steps.
He's starting to
No. Milo, do not, Maddie, do not go through the church. Go around the church and take him to the cemetery, because I think he might wake up if you take him through the church.
Okay, I will. So he kind of turns around. He realizes he's twitching too much, and he's like, "Fuck, okay." And so he just walks around the whole thing, ties him up.
His skin starts turning a little bit red as well in any part that he's touching the church.
I'm Rowan Bird.
Will he be chill if he's in the cemetery?
Really?
I'm mad I can't do anything right now. Caleb's supposed to be my bitch to fucking save.
We'll be there later.
We've seen vampires kidnap people in a different church cemetery somewhere else, so I think it's being exactly in the church.
Okay.
Because for consistency purposes, there was a different church cemetery that we were investigating where the people had been kidnapped, so
Yeah, you got me. It's really a moment where I'm like, damn, my past self.
That's why I take so many fucking notes. That's why I have my string board.
Milo, you remember that vampire spawn were able to be in the cemetery in the village of Barovia, and you're able to infer that Caleb would be able to be there without tweaking out and spasming.
Okay. He just ties him up to an old dead tree.
And then,
I feel like
make me a quick sleight of hand to tie the knot.
Oh, okay. Could I, theoretically speaking, you don't have to say yes to this, but could I have advantage?
I'm just thinking you can try again if you fuck it up. I'm just gonna think about whatever. I'd say like you can try a few times, but I will base the safety of what you do based off of like how good of a job you leave it with. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Like if you roll a 3 and you're like, yeah, fine with me, I'll leave him like that. It's like, okay, cool. But you can try again.
One. Okay, I'm probably gonna try again because I rolled a 6. Try one more time, please.
Yeah, give that knot another.
That was a 5.
Do a different dice.
He's losing his. Okay, fine. I'm doing it.
You can try again. What this shit? He's not twitching anymore, or he's twitching a little bit, but he's not like actively like spasming anymore.
Oh my god, my stupid ass can't find it. It's 17.
You tie a good knot.
I'm so mad that he didn't get it on the first try.
It took 3rd time's the charm, as we all know.
I mean, Essential got up to some freaky activities, is all I gotta say.
Yeah. Sorry, just a moment. So, you, Caleb is secured there, by the graveyard. There's like a tree in the graveyard that you're able to find. I'll ask if there's anything else that you guys are doing out there, and then we'll go back to the people in the church and we'll have them say what they were doing while you guys are doing this. But you guys can go and get more if you want.
Can I investigate the graveyard really quick? I just want to make sure that, like, if I leave him alone, there's not going to be somebody who's like, ooh, I'm going to go rescue him,
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Just any signs of, like, life or suspicious activity.
Okay, make me an investigation.
I might have. Investigation, okay, hold on. That is a 19.
19. You're able to see that it would be pretty easy, I guess, slightly easy to get into the graveyard, but the knot that you've tied is pretty tight, so he shouldn't be able to get out on his own. If someone were to come and untie him, they could, but you don't see anyone around that you think would or could. You don't see anything necessarily suspicious.
Okay. I think then he'd start to walk back to the church.
Okay. Jin, anything else that you are doing while you're out in the battlefield?
He's still probably going to try and grab more people, but because at this rate, if I'm counting correctly, we've only gotten 4 of the 12 NPCs.
Some of them were picked up and taken by other NPCs.
Okay.
The ones that I have told you about, Milivaj was taken by the priest. Erwin Mardukov was taken by his wife. The coffin maker was picked up by Blinsky. One of the wolf hunters was picked up by the other wolf hunter. Lydia Valakovich got taken by the people. Caleb, taken care of by Milo. The burgomaster is being taken to the church. Lady Wachter is still lying there. Wachter is lying there on the ground. And you
still needs to be picked up, right?
Yes, he is still there. And Aragal, you took care of Aragal, the Vistani. So that is 9 people that you currently know of.
Okay.
And
so Jin's probably going to go for Van Richten then to go grab him.
Okay.
I feel like
yeah. Arcana, actually.
Oh, that's not as good. Okay, it's all right. We have a +1. 13.
You notice as you get there that there is a sort of like his skin is black in tendrils creeping up his neck. And you notice it's sort of spread to his arms and is nearly at his fingertips. When you touch him, you feel that curse in you, sort of like a heartbeat. That's very strong. Thump, 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 thump. Like it's connected. It's not doing anything to you, but it makes you very aware of it as you touch him. He is breathing, but very hoarsely, and he is not conscious.
So he's gonna pick up Van Richten, and when he takes Van Richten back to the church, if Dorian is asleep, he probably doesn't want to bother Dorian actually, and so he's gonna either take Van Richten to Milo if Milo's still in the church, or to a priest or something. This man has magic, but he doesn't know how it fucking works.
Absolutely. So yeah, you are able to take him to the church. I'd say other people, the other people that are getting picked up. I think someone picks up Lady Voctor and takes her. She is like dead. Another person that's laying on the ground is Yelena, who I don't know if you remember her. She was the woman that caught you guys stealing from Van Richten's carnival wagon. And her husband has just gotten up and is carrying her.
So you confirm that was Van Richten's. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Wait, I'm confused. Who is Van Richten again? I'm trying to remember in like the
You guys met him like session 1, and he found you guys after you guys had fought those wolves, and he took you into his tower and you stayed the night there. And then the next morning it got collapsed by bats. He did a teleportation spell and left you with a note that said, meet me in Vallaki, blue water, bring info about Strahd.
Is he the guy who cast a lightning spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys knew that he was in Vallaki somewhere in the blue water, but you never managed to quite find him, and he only revealed himself at that moment to bring down that bolt of lightning.
So who's left that's unconscious and not taken care of?
Say, see, Van Richten is being taken care of. Yelena is being taken by her husband. Lady Voctor is being taken by someone. And I'd say finally, there's, I don't know if you remember, there was the Burgomaster had an assistant, a very scary looking man named Izek. That I think he called to like escort you guys somewhere at one point. Izek is lying unconscious as well.
Graham, I feel like he. Actually, I don't think Milo would be able to pick this guy up to carry him.
He's very big. Yeah, Izek is a
might need
big
help
guy.
with this one.
He's like bony in a scary way, but he's big. You can make a strength if you want, or you and so Jin, once you're done taking Van Richten, you can come back and help take Izek to the church.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you see. Alright, I feel like you see Milo struggling, and you're just like, shit. Okay.
Yeah. I'd say at this point, everybody has now been taken care of in one way or another. Some people are dead, some people are just unconscious, but everyone is now in a state where they can be taken care of. Unless you two have anything you'd like to do, we're gonna jump back and look at what the people in the church have been doing while you guys have been out.
I was gonna say, I mean, once they're back in, I was thinking that Jin would go check on Syra, but that's whenever you feel like that works best.
Perfect. All right, yeah, that'll happen once everyone in just the church is done with their interaction. Absolutely. Love that. All right, so in the church we have Syra, Dorian, who is like passed out. And if you want to have Dorian be awake in little bits and pieces or any kind of, it is up to you to decide his consciousness, because you do have the hit points now, so you're not like dead. Zarthia is in there as well as Alexi. So Alexi, Syra, Dorian.
I think,
and
for anyone who wants to talk to Dorian, I think his consciousness is sort of fading in and out, so I can have him awake for a little bit to talk, if anyone should want to talk to him. or if I think of anything I want to say.
Yeah.
Zara's gonna go and sit like like the way it is in my mind is that Dorian is on a pew and then there's Alexi like sitting next to him.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
gonna,
and he's just caked in blood. Like just it's like everywhere. It's on his face, it's in his hair. It's like he's shirtless now with this huge fucking wound. And just caked in blood. Like he's got it down his mouth.
Let me
Alexi,
see.
He really is a cake.
yeah. She's gonna like sit down on the like on the floor in front of the pew and just like look at Dorian, then look at Alexi and like I'm just glad he's all right.
Yeah. Did you see what happened?
Not until I felt pain.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. I don't blame you.
It was her.
I understand.
He attacked him like he was one of those spawn.
Cadence. Cadence.
I know,
Cadence. Your ears. Can't hear you.
She attacked him like he was one of those spawn.
I only saw it before the lightning strike happened, but I did catch a glimpse.
We have to do something.
She seemed remorseful.
I don't care if she seems remorseful. We need to take the weapon or something.
Alexi. Stop.
Dorian. You shouldn't talk. You should get some rest.
I think...
Zarthia, we need to make sure that this is not going to happen again. You saw how much damage she could do unprompted.
I'm right here.
She's a threat. She's a danger to all of us.
Ref, do something! Ref, do something!
I agree that
I say at the very least, you take control of her weapon. You keep it on you.
Well, she's gone right now.
Is Syra in this conversation? Does Syra come up?
Syra, she dropped it. We'll go out there and take it.
She picked it back up.
She picked it back up.
I picked it back up.
Yeah, she did.
Well, if she ever comes back, she's not allowed to have it on her.
I'm okay with that. She's still a member of our party. We need all the help we can get.
I don't know. She seemed to be attacking him just as much as the other undead out there. So, is she a part of our party? Were any of those vampire spawn a part of our party? Is Strahd a part of our party?
Alexi, stop.
We're all a little mad right now.
She could have killed him.
I know.
Just because Jin was quick enough to save him doesn't mean that she gets a free pass on this.
I know. And as much as I do not really want to, think about it right now, we still need her.
When you find something we need her for, you can let me know.
been feeling like it's like remorse and guilt, shame. It's okay.
Redemption arc.
She can heal. She can heal. Rap, do something. Rap, do something.
Alexia will probably be pretty silent if you guys want to specifically talk to him, you can, but obviously he's having a tantrum. So if the rest of you want to talk as well without him included, he probably won't be responding.
Dorothy's gonna look at Syra, who I imagine is standing like close, so she has to like she's sitting on the ground right now, still shaking, a metallic taste in her mouth from being like struck by lightning pretty much. You said she went towards the woods.
Yeah, she wouldn't let me follow.
You're sure she's gone?
I don't know where she is, but she went to the woods last time I saw her.
I think.
Do you know if she'll be back?
I asked her to come back to camp tonight, and he didn't give me a solid yes or no.
Complicates things. My flaggeth. It's too complicated.
Syra, do you know why? Why she?
Dorian, I think you know well enough.
Are you asking that to who are you asking that to?
Syra, my mic cut out before.
Not definitively, no. All I saw was the aftermath, and she wouldn't say enough besides the fact that I couldn't be near her because she didn't want to hurt me.
Well, she wanted to hurt me.
I don't think she wanted
She
to do
did.
any of that. I don't think it was her own free will. We know she hears the humming sometimes, and I can't definitively say, but I don't think it was her own free will.
That must be easy for you to say.
Well, whether if it was from her own free will or not, this action cannot go unnoticed, and something has to be done.
If it helps at all, whenever we're back at camp, I'll make sure that if she comes back, I'll make sure to keep an eye on her.
Please. Because we are already at a disadvantage. We cannot have more of this fighting.
I'm glad you're okay, Dorian.
I as well.
I'm not okay.
Well, you're alive.
And that's better.
Better than dead.
Leave me alone,
Okay,
Syra.
Okay. And Syra walks off.
I'm sorry, Dorian.
I'm sorry that you got caught.
It's not your fault. It's not Alexi's fault either. It was a choice. One that was made, and it might have not been the correct one, but it was a choice.
That's a choice.
Yeah, it's the choice there, right?
Sorry, I'm drawing my Steven Universe OC.
Ollie, answer your phone.
Yellow.
Is there any other conversation we could go on before
Yes.
Jin and Milo come back?
I
Yes?
was going to say more.
No, yes, go ahead.
You can't look. Yeah, I'll turn my shit
More
off.
movie.
I just. If I had been where she was, I wouldn't even be able to make a scratch.
I know.
She's so much stronger than I am, and
I know. I'm sorry. Listen, she won't hurt you again. Alexi and I will make sure of that.
okay.
I promise.
Yeah. I think he's gonna close his eyes and try. Because I think he's exhausting himself with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexi stays by your side. I think during that, I don't know if he took a walk, but he comes back. After a while, Jin and Milo have kind of been in and out, bringing people. You see both of them bringing the NPCs that they had grabbed. And now both of you are back in the church.
Maddie, do you want to go first, or?
I mean, I haven't planned out anything, so if you have something planned out, you can go first.
Yeah.
If not,
It's not exactly planned out. It's just where I think Jin would go. So Jin's gonna probably come in and just do a little head count, and at this point he knows tensions are gonna be high. So as long as you guys look like you're breathing, he's gonna go over to Syra and check on Syra.
I feel
so where
like
okay. What did
sorry,
you
you
want
guys
to
are
say?
cutting out for me. I feel like Milo wouldn't necessarily go to anybody. I feel like in this instance, he's still suffering from like a mid panic attack kind of thing, where he's learned to control it to an extent, but he needs to go take a breather and step outside and just be like, oh, okay. So I feel like he'd go out outside of the church for a little bit.
Yeah. Milo goes to triple check on those knots.
Yeah, he's like, you better be tied, bitch.
So where would Syra be right now with everything that's going on?
Well, she walked away from the rest of the group. So probably on one of the pews further away, sitting by herself.
Okay. Jin's gonna just kind of walk over and in the most awkward dad way kind of be like, hey, is everything all right? How are you feeling?
I mean, not much can be all right now, I guess. I'm relatively fine physically, but Daright's gone. I don't know where. Dorian is unhappy and obviously very hurt, and I don't know how to help there. And I don't quite know what to do.
How are you feeling, though? We've seen attacks. We've had other things happen. But this is a new thing for you. How are you feeling?
Scared? Sad? I mean, the person who said that she would protect me won't even be near me because she thinks that she's going to hurt me. and she hurt Dorian, and I'm scared, truthfully.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sit with me?
Of course. And he kind of like just like gently sits down on the pew because, you know, these pews are probably a little old and wooden and he doesn't want to break them. And they kind of just sit there in silence, and if it's okay, he's probably going to like just start rubbing her back the same way, kind of just a soothing instinct when he doesn't know what else to do. Tell me. Oh, okay. Sorry, never mind.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say they make me violently ill. Carry on.
Oh. Tell me what the sunsets were like. I've heard about them. He's trying to get her to talk about something happy. He's trying to redirect a little.
See, it's so funny you say that, Tatum, because the only grief document that I have written about Syra missing, like grieving Savi, is you never know when the sun's going to set until that is exactly how it starts, mind you.
This girl can only get doomed Yuri around here.
Okay, I need to log back
Oh,
in.
sad it broke the bot.
So sad it killed the bot. Bro died.
Insane.
Yuri's so doomed.
Yuri's so doomed. Well, I mean, they were warm. They were like, I mean, my hair is very reminiscent of it, I guess. But if it was and less vibrant, I mean, like the orange was always really vibrant. But it's when you look at it, you just feel a sense of hope.
Is there anything else that brings that home feeling? I know for me, when I smell freshly made bread, it's a simple thing, but it's a household staple, and so when you make it, you know that it's a good dinner and you know it's a good night.
Yeah, I think fire, but just especially like bonfires, it's not quite this much of a battle, but
Cass
like
can't hear you.
Sorry. Hold on. Speak out.
Okay, is that better? Okay. I think the fire, the smell of smoke, not the smoke of the battle, but like when we're at camp and we have the fire going, it reminds me of the times when I lived with my family in those and have like a nice bonfire afterwards, and plus all fire genasies, so it just reminds me of them quite a bit, I think.
You know, we're not too far away from where my old home used to be. If we get a chance to visit, and if it's still vacant, there's a huge hearth. And we can all go and rest there. You and Darite can rest next to the fire, because we'll find her tonight, I promise. We'll bring her back. She's gonna be all right, and so are you.
Thank you.
Of course. And I imagine they're gonna just kind of sit there in silence for a little while, and then when he feels like it's time to go, he's gonna hunt down Alexi real quick.
Alexi has been sitting by Dorian.
I'm
in for it now, bro.
For me to continue, or does somebody else want to go?
Go ahead. I'm about to get a talking to by my dad.
Okay, yeah, he's probably gonna also be like, hey, can we step out real quick? And he's gonna he probably grabbed some other NPC to watch over Dorian real quick. Or or Czar. I don't know if Czar's awake at this point, okay? There's also some blood loss going on there. But okay, so Jin grabs Czar or Milo's outside. Jin grabs Czar to switch places and is like, hey, can we talk outside real quick?
Fine. He follows me.
They'll go outside in the opposite direction of where Milo is because Jin wants this to be a private one-on-one conversation that he doesn't want anyone else to hear.
I'm in trouble.
He's like, walk me through what you're thinking through right now.
Strahd attacked him. Just thinking of any other situation that we would accept someone attacking our party. Because from what I've seen, someone attacks us, you don't take it lightly. I'm not just going to brush past this.
You don't have to.
Do you see?
The response was wrong.
She looked like an animal.
What makes you say that?
She was just screaming at him. Hunched over, covered in his blood. It was just...
And when I cut somebody in half yesterday, we were all relieved and you were thanking me. And I was the same. We have all been monsters. Now check yourself, son, real quick, because here's the thing. We all need to work together, and you going to shoot her immediately instead of taking 2 goddamn seconds to talk about this is only gonna rip us apart. We are a team. We are a unit. We are not enemies.
She nearly killed him. What else was I supposed to do? What if she had swung again and cut him straight in half?
Then we stopped
I didn't know what
her.
she was going to do. I did.
And when she calmed down, though, you still continued with that energy. You need to know when to step down.
I know she's not a threat. I'll step down.
You didn't give her the chance to prove it.
It's not me she needs to prove herself to.
Why are you acting like she needs to prove it to you? You immediately pushed her away and made her run out.
She's not getting near Dorian until he is in a state to deal with her. You know what?
He's not in a state to deal with her
he
either.
has to.
Those of us who are not wounded and are sane of mind right now are the ones who need to step up and handle this discussion. This is not for the 2 of them. It is too raw right now, and you are just making it worse. You are pouring salt into an open wound. It is I know that you care about Dorian so much, and that is okay. We all care for Dorian, but we are a team now. And you can't just there's so many things at stake, and there are so many outside factors right now. It is hard to keep up and down straight. But we need to have a little patience with each other. Half of the battle is out there, half of the battle is in here, and if we don't keep it straight and we don't help each other, we're not gonna make it through, and we're not gonna take down Strahd.
And I like you a lot. But I just know that you wouldn't be talking like this if it was your family.
What makes you say that?
you wouldn't be so easily forgiving the person that had hurt your wife or your kid.
That's a lot of talk for somebody who's only known me for a week. I know
Either
you're
way.
hurt. I know you're in a place right now where you are saying things that you don't entirely mean, so I'm not gonna blink twice at what you just said. But I want you to know that I understand your pain, and that's why I'm talking to you the way that I am right now. Because you have to be smart, or you're not gonna make it out to get that revenge. You want your friends back? You want your family to be safe? You want to be able to see the sunrise eventually? You want to see the sun? You need to be able to get your head and your heart together so that we can defeat Strahd, so that you don't tear us apart. We need to all work together, and I'm talking to you right now, but once we get everybody back, we're gonna have a discussion about this.
Fine. But don't expect me to help when she gets you next. And he's going to go back into the church.
Ref did something.
Rev did something. Rev got his ass. Good.
Thank you.
Tatum, that was so good. I fucking love Jin.
Me
So
after
sorry
listening
for
to
hitting
you
you.
and laughing. Son, don't call me son. This war is hard enough without.
This war's hard enough without it, but that's literally what that was. We called him out. We called his bluff. That was literally what that was. God. Tatum, that was beautiful. Thank you for that.
Thank you. You stayed on it. I was not expecting you to bring his family into this, and I'm like, ooh, but.
Sorry,
but
if I wasn't the DM, I wouldn't. But
Low blow.
Excellent. I'd say things sort of settle down in the church. People are starting to officially discover who is dead and who can be saved. And as I'd say it's sort of getting into deeper night now. It was around sunset when the attack happened, so it's definitely night now. Everyone, last thing that happened before we switch. At a certain point in the evening, people are sort of settling down into the church, and the doors swing open to the church, and you guys see anyone in the church who is awake sees a good amount of people walk in. They are people you recognize. They are the Vistani from the camp outside of the village of Barovia. You see a few people that you recognize. There was, sorry, I'm trying to find the names. Andre, who was the guy, Jin, you cooked breakfast with him in that camp. Nikolai and Nyanka were talking about how they sort of recognized Syra. They were the twins. There was Yvonne, sort of Madame Eva's assistant, that was deciding whether or not you guys were allowed into her tent. And then Madame Eva is there as well. And then there's a bunch of other sort of unnamed Vistani, but Madame Eva is also there. She walks in and she looks around and she's got a very sad look on her face. And she comes over to where I'd say most of the party is probably gathered. You say you all are probably around the same place. She comes to you all first. Dorian, you can be a bit more awake now that you've had some rest. I'd say it's been maybe an hour or two. She comes in. The rest of the Vistani are talking to the priest, and she comes straight to you guys. She says, what happened here? All of you. It's been a while since I've seen you. What happened here?
Vampire spawn. At this point, Zarthia is getting a little tired. She's she's leaning against the armrest of the she's still sitting on the ground, but she's she's got her head against it, she's falling asleep.
She looks at all of you and she says, "Oh, sorry."
I was just gonna say, I feel like kind of sees this and he walks over to her, sits down next to her, and then replaces the pillar. Like he's
Aw.
now there. There's a little side
That's
thing.
sweet. She says, I foresaw an attack, but it was too late. As soon as I saw it, we gathered our things and came here, but I'm so sorry. It looks like you all fought well. You've taken some of the paths that I set out for you, yes?
I'm sorry, what paths?
From your reading. Artifacts. An ally. You've already found some of the things that I laid out for you.
A tome.
Exactly that.
He like shakes awake. He's like, the tome.
I'm very sorry that we could not have warned you about this. You're simply too late. But
What's done is
me
done.
and my people will be here to help. So, as long as you need any of us, I am here, and I have sensed changes in your fates. If any of you needs clarity, please come to me. I will be here.
Thank you.
Does Cyrus say anything?
She'll probably. I don't think she'll say anything, but she'll definitely later.
Yeah, okay. So with the Vistani there, they sort of help everyone settle. They brought some supplies, and things like that. With that, everyone, the evening sort of comes to a close in the church. We're going to make a shift. When in the bit before our break, we're going to hold on. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting music to keep you up. We sort of shift outwards from the church into the woods beyond Valaki. We zoom out. We're going to go a little bit earlier in the evening, so right after Dara, you have just stormed off the battlefield after being threatened by Alexi and after telling Syra not to follow you. You've seen some of the unconscious citizens on the ground, and you make your way past them, past the ruin of Valaki, and you are now in the woods. What do you do?
I guess she's gonna try and she's gonna take a moment to like gain her bearings, calm herself down because she can't think. Her mind's still racing. She's still hearing the monster. Still seeing Syra's eyes, and seeing Dorian on the ground. Like all of that's floating through her brain right now. So she's gonna
also the voice that you had heard in your head telling you what to do,
and that
that you listened to for whatever reason.
Your Honor, she's good at listening to orders.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Yep. So she's gonna sit down a moment to just like calm herself down a minute, and then she's gonna start her journey to do what she came here.
And what would that be?
Kill John Lennon!
Kill John Lennon.
AKA Strahd von Zarovich. Yep.
Same guy.
Both hit women. Both hit women.
Oh my god. Well, not yet. So.
Oh, have to do something.
You're walking. I'd say as you're walking, you're the direction of the woods is sort of so if Valaki is here, and then Castle Ravenlock would be around here. I'd say you're walking into the woods around this way. The woods kind of are up at the top of the map, and you're walking maybe like parallel to where Ravenlock would be over there. As you're walking, the woods are pretty dense, but because Ravenlock sort of looms above everything, you still can see it. If you were to use the feather and hold it up in the direction of, you would still be able to do that. Or if you just want to head in that direction on foot, is up to you. As you're walking, you're still feeling that same mix of emotions, that guilt and remorse, coupled with the remnants of the anger and the disbelief that Dorian would do something like that in the middle of a battle, and the confusion about where that other voice came from, who it is that's been talking to you. Is it really your creator? Is it something else? It's all sort of swirling and, I guess, spiraling as you're walking.
Yeah, no, she's cooked. She's cooked. I think I might use the feather. Unless we want to go.
Yeah.
Girl talk.
You pull out the feather.
Augie,
feather.
try
Sir.
try either moving. What are you using for a microphone?
My
Me?
raw laptop.
Augie, okay, get closer to the laptop. We keep losing some of what you're saying.
No. Sorry, my voice also still isn't the best it can be right now because I'm still a little bit sick. So.
Oh, this guy's ill.
How's this volume?
Sounds great. Let me cue up that music again. You take out the feather. Dorian's was interrupted because it was like both the battle and obviously he got cut off by Darite. But you will have a bit more time. I'll call it maybe a minute and a half. Maybe 2 minutes to talk to him.
Okay. 2 minutes, you said?
I'll call it 2 minutes. Yeah.
2 minutes? All right.
Yeah, so it's beginning to get dark, but you can still see Ravenloft, and you manage to stop for long enough and compose yourself and bring out the feather, and you hold it up to where Ravenloft is, and as promised, it bursts into flames, and the next time you blink, you're standing in like darkness, almost as if you were in the Rodian, but it's not. It is you're surrounded by darkness, and he is there in front of you. The timer is starting now. What do you say?
You know where my location is?
I always know where your location is.
Meet me where I am.
No.
Why not?
You will come to Ravenloft. You wish to kill me, yes?
You're too coward to come out here. Quit chasing my dog!
A king
Coward out here?
If he should die, will die in his own home.
I did not catch that at all. I'm sorry. It's quiet.
Pausing it. A king, if he shall die, will die in his own home.
A king falls where a king falls. It doesn't matter. What only matters is how cowardly he looks. Get out here.
If you want to fight me, I will be waiting for you.
Hang on, I'm sorry, my dad interrupted me. I'm sorry.
I paused it again.
Hang on, just a minute. Okay, she just left my room. Okay. We will. Love you.
He said, if you wish to fight me, I will be waiting outside Castle Ravenloft.
That's a step, I suppose. It's a start.
Prove yourself. Come here, and I will be waiting. No reinforcements. None of my spawn will meet you. Only me.
So be it.
I'll be patiently awaiting your arrival, Darite.
I'm sure.
I will see you soon. And he waves his hand.
Yeah.
and your feather crumbles into black ash in your hands. And behind it, you see Castle Ravenloft.
She's gonna go towards it. She's locked in. She's locked in as well.
Do you have any spell slots?
Hmm?
Do you have any spell slots?
I think I just had one used, and that leaves me with like 3.
I was just thinking she could use Phantom Steed if she wanted, but she doesn't have to.
I'd love to use Phantom Steed.
Like,
you know I'd love to.
For the first time using Phantom Steed as a horse and not as a battering ram.
Yes. I have one spell slot for my beautiful steed that I just used right now.
You don't need to worry about spell slots and stuff like that for the fight. You will have everything ready.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. So you summon your Phantom Steed. You ride out of the woods, and you make your way back onto the road that you took to get to Vallaki. You recognize some landmarks as you're going. You recognize the cultist base, sort of hidden off to the side. And as you're riding, you get to see some bits that you don't recognize, such as how you got from the area by the mill to the cultist base. So you see the distance between there. You eventually pass by the mill. And then you, I saw Tatum's message. You eventually get to the fork in the road where one leads back to the village of Barovia, and then one on the left leads to Castle Ravenloft.
I think I'm gonna go to Castle Ravenloft.
Good idea.
Easy choice. Ding. Sit on it.
Oh my gosh. So you ride there. I'd say at this point it's been maybe an hour and a half. So it's about evening. We're about catching up to where the other people would be. You're still gone for them, obviously. And as you get closer to Castle Ravenloft, you realize a thing that you must have you knew that it must have been big for it to be visible throughout all of Barovia. But as you approach it, it just moves to a degree that you hadn't even expected possible. As you ride by, the gates open and allow you in. And there is a sort of courtyard. The courtyard has some plants, sort of stone pathways, and iron gates. And there is sort of a walkway that leads up to a grand staircase that leads up into the giant, towering doors of Castle Ravenloft. And at the top of those stairs is Strahd von Zarovich. He's silent as you approach. Watching.
It's good to see you kept your word. Couldn't trust someone such as yourself to actually show. Kudos.
I've never been one to lie to you, Derek.
I'm sure this ends today.
He begins walking, sort of down the stairs. Why do you want to kill me now? Why not later? Why not yesterday? Why tonight?
I think I've hit my breaking point here. Every single problem that we've ever faced has been you. I've tried to be calm, be peaceful for the sake of the party member, for the sake of everything, for the sake of Syra, for the sake of Dorian. But because I did not anywhere near the party, because I did not want you in cahoots with my teammates, I fear I made a grave decision.
And so tonight
And I'm
is the
going
night
to
that I
go.
die.
Tonight is the night where all of our problems are relieved. At the
Who created the problem of you attacking a teammate, Derek? I assure you it wasn't me.
She's going to take out her act.
Ah. You want to allow a man a conversation for his demise?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Keegan with the fucking... Above everything, I try and remain respectful. If you want to talk, you might as well waste your last breath here. Spit it out.
I've always considered you an equal.
And why would you think that we're equal?
You have the strength and the courage to make real change. To do the things that you want, whether or not other people think that you should. You take what you must for the greater good. Isn't that right?
I do things for the greater good.
Cadence.
You oppress people. And I'm not a tyrant. I'm not a ruler. I don't oppress my people. I merely try and avenge laws of life and death.
You could be ruler.
And why does that matter to you? Why do you care about what I can become? I am what I am.
I don't meet people like you often. You're a special case. And you've caught my interest. I see what you're capable of. And my land will need a replacement after you've killed me. No?
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. My ears are dead.
My lands will need a replacement after you've killed me. No?
I am not going to stoop to the same lows you have. You died today and the people of Barovia are freed.
Everyone needs a ruler, Derek. Even you. I know that there are troubles that you have. Questions. You don't know who you are, only what you are.
This doesn't
You don't
concern
know
me.
where you came from, only where you find yourself.
This isn't your concern. This is not your business. My problems
can
are
be.
my issues. Why would you
They
want to
don't
make
have
it
to.
your issue?
What I'm saying is that I can help you. And he steps down the final step and you are face to face.
Why would you want to help me?
Because you special.
Special? Special
Very.
how? What do you mean special?
Augie,
I'm sure you can imagine what I mean.
Augie, we can't hear a word you just said.
God! No! No! Okay, there. Dorian thought I was a case to be studied. Now look where he is.
You are stronger than him.
Thanks.
You're stronger than a great many people. As am I.
It
We all
doesn't
make
make us...
mistakes. Listen. You came here to kill me. And I won't deny you of your fight. But will you accept a deal of sorts?
What sort of deal would you offer to someone like me? What you would exploit me for?
If you beat me, and you let me live, I'll give you anything you could ever want. I'll help you discover who you used to be, and perhaps even better, who you may become. And if I beat you, you need only consider the offer. Think about it. And I will let you live. Does that sound like a deal worth making, Derek?
And how do I know you won't go back on your word?
I will be at your mercy. If you have the strength to beat me, the cards lie in your hands.
She is going to nod. Oh, okay. Now we're doing this Bill Cipher bullshit. I see. She's gonna stare
If
at
you
his hand.
lose, you need only consider my offer. I can help you if you let me.
And she shakes his hand.
As you shake his hand, you sort of feel a little revitalized. From that connection, you feel like a warmth spread through you. And it is the equivalent of a long rest. You regain all your hit points and your spell slots. You have any gear on you that you would have normally. And Strahd smiles as you shake his hand. And he steps back. And is there anything you've left to say before we begin?
Good luck. Let this be a fair fight. She is going to turn around, take a few steps back.
Do you want to change the music?
Well, she goes and turns around.
Takes her axe.
Yeah.
Whips back around and charges him. Can I see the battle?
And as you start to run, Strahd reaches to his side. A bunch of bats fly to his side, and he pulls it out and it materializes as a long sword. And I think now we're going to take our break. I think because our break was 6 to 7:30, and when we come back, all right, we'll 1v1 with Strahd while available. Oh, guys. This has been an excellent first half. Sorry, it's been very individual, very role play. We will get into action and stuff like that for the second half. Like everyone will be involved. What we're gonna do, basically, the direct Strahd fight will happen, but we're going to have a week's worth of time skip time. I'd like you guys to think about what you think your character would be doing, anything that they would do during this week. And at some point during this week, everyone is going to meet up and discuss where they would like to go next. And that is where we will take the session after that. So a week of time, everyone can make sure that they're leveled up in that time, because I don't know if there will be combat. But yeah, week of time for everything, and leveling up and other conversations people want to have. And then you'll decide what comes next and where you go next.
I have a question.
Yeah. Yes.
So it says, this is just really random, but it says 2.5 hour break, but we're starting again at 7:30. Is it a 1.5
yeah,
hour?
I think 7:30 was what we were gonna do, or at least I'll see.
Okay.
I'm going in. Basically, I'm doing the pre-show for the musical I'm on hair and makeup for, but like I literally pre-set up everything yesterday. I like preset everything. So I'm just gonna go in and make sure that everyone knows that I'm not going to be there to help them put stuff on the middle of the show, that they can do it themselves. And then even if I come back early, we won't start until like we'll have everyone on the call at 7:30, maybe start at 7:40, that kind of thing. So even if I get back early, I might just chill in this call if people want to talk, but we won't play until that like 7:30, 7:40.
Yeah, and Cass and I need to head over to Keegan's house, so it might be a little bit of time.
No, yeah, you are all good. Yeah, we won't start early.
Wait.
Is everyone feeling good? Is everyone feeling all good? What?
Wait, why are you guys going over to Keegan's house?
Because we're having a sleepover.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the
That's
only
so
thing is that having 3 of you on one camera might be difficult, so you might want to separate into rooms.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we
We
can
can do that, but we can also try out just using my computer because I've got a really good Alienware laptop and it might be different than whatever fuck ass Dell Cass has got.
Okay.
It's
All offense.
That's crazy.
I just worry about engagement.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
We can probably separate into rooms. That's too much.
We will though. We will. It'll be a lot easier to engage after the break because we'll be getting into more action stuff. I did tell you guys first half was going to be very roleplay heavy, so thank you for sticking with me through that. Thank you for the excellent roleplay. I missed you guys as characters and everything. Yes, you guys are so wonderful. I love you all. So yeah, we will go ahead if you want to end the stream. We can do that, and we will reconvene, get food, go take a brain break, relax, get a little sweet treat for all the wonderful roleplay you've done so far. Because I love you all. Sorry for people that didn't get to talk as much. It will even out. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go get ready. I'm going to be going to the fucking green room in the musical with my roses on my face and with my fucking red lipstick. I won't wear the crown, but
You
I don't know if it
guys,
looks crazy or
you
whatever.
guys want a sneak peek on what I'm working on?
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Hey, you want to see what I'm working on?
Don't do this.
I'm gonna
love
be working
him.
on some. Just you wait.
No.
That literally
Tears
eats.
streaked face, mind you.
Everybody's literally eating.
Oh, and I
Oh my
have an
God.
animatic idea that I won't be sharing yet.
Okay.
Tatum, I can't believe you got me nervous in the DM seat. I was sitting there like, fuck man, I don't sorry. I was like fuck.
That scene had me shaking because I was like, fuck, I don't want to overstep, but at the same time, like, there's
great. It
two
was
parts
so
of his brain that
perfect.
are working right now. Ex-military, we have to work together, and dad brain are both working.
Yes. Sorry I
That
had
was
to make
George
Alexi be a
Washington and
little bit of a
Alexander
dick.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
You shot him in the side. Yes, he yields. Ugh.
In that moment, all Zarthia wanted to do was help out, but she knew she couldn't, so she was like,
Yeah. I was like,
no.
that one. He goes,
Dude, Milo's
on
at
10 hit points, bro. Like
10,
on 10 hit points, I mean, hole in her shoulder, like.
Yeah, very deep hole in the shoulder. Oh.
Milo's trauma just came flooding back at him. He's like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot how much I hate war.
I hate war. War fucking sucks.
I hate war, but he's a war tactician.
Yeah. That's gonna make you hate it more. Meet me outside the our parking lot. Fight.
I hope you enjoyed all of her stuff.
Sorry, reading through General after not seeing it for so long is so fun.
It's really funny.
Got my ass gas make the Steven Universe MC. Wow, that's really good. No, that's Liz. Wait, he kind of looks like what's that one guy from or she kind of looks like that one guy from SpongeBob. Man Ray.
He's off doing. I'll let him know.
Hold on, wait, Man Ray. Let me look up Man Ray.
No, I understand.
I just realized I made a new picture of what Jin looked like when he was a human, and I forgot to post it because I just went through all of art to make sure that I posted it. I did it.
That's Augustine Universe.
Wait, where's Augustine? Oh!
I'll post them as
It also reminds me of like a human version of Mewtwo. like Mewtwo.
Can I
makes
see-
it, like,
I was
Can
gonna
I-
say the same thing.
Wait, where's Augie Steven Universe OC?
It's
In
in the
general.
general chat.
Scroll up a bit and then tell me
so
this isn't.
hard.
Oh
Stop.
shit!
Man, right. Oh my gosh, I
Is-
don't want to.
It reminds me of like the fan art of Benry from Half-Life Virtual Reality, but the AI is self-aware.
I was
Yeah.
about to say
Oh my God.
why this bitch kind of look like Benry.
No, literally.
Benry!
That's just Benry, bro.
There I know. Moving like there I stop.
Ref, do something. Ref,
Come off right now.
Ref, do something.
War isn't murder, good men don't die, children don't starve, and all the women survive. War isn't murder, that's what they say when you're fighting the
What the hell?
devil. Murder's
Wait.
okay.
What were we saying? Dream looking about.
Bro trying to
Who was
groom his way out of it.
Grooming.
Oh,
His only trick is groom.
not a groomer. Just a loser.
It's a loser.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 3 Persian cats.
Favorite cats.
Mm.
I'm afraid.
Power of friendship and trust. Jin. Curse of Strahd. Friendship is magic. Augie.
My Little Pony.
Dude.
Your Steven Universe OC is Man Ray from SpongeBob.
It's also Benry.
Oh. Yeah, it's Benry. Yeah, so wait,
Here, hold on. He'll be here in a second. He's changing his sweatshirt.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna go check in with
Show
my
Man Ray.
makeup and shit.
Put Man Ray on the line.
Yeah, Man Ray.
No!
No! Down to the belt, dude. Down to the fucking belt.
No!
This is my Steven Universe OC. You should do one of those things where it's like editing my OC into Hamilton, like oh, let me know if you guys notice. It's like, Hamilton, why would you cheat on your wife? That is not a good thing to do. Like Elizabeth out. You know what I mean? Man Ray out.
Dude,
Okay.
me editing my own scenes to Curse of Strahd. Derek, you shouldn't have done that. That wasn't okay. Please don't do that ever again.
Derek, why did you do that? That was not a cool thing to do. Wait, okay, I have to go for my makeup thing. Plan to be back in the call by 7:30. We'll start again by 7:40. That's what the plan is. All right.
Yippee! Goodbye.
Thank you for a good part one. See you guys soon.
Bye.
I'm still gonna be here for a bit.
Bye.
Hello.
The break.
I'm still gonna be